Anything that implies moisture I'm not interested in.
Hello, welcome to Game On, the show that has run out of Johnnies but has no shortage of double entendres.
Double entendres.
Like puns.
Coming up this week.
OK, it's 3D with no glasses. Get over it and stop gawping like a fool.
We look behind the wow factor and answer those burning questions about the 3DS.
Which games are actually good and which ones are just lazy 3D rehashes?
Does it make you vomit out of your eyes?
And what are the best screen protectors?
So, all the important questions then.
That is important. Scratches. We also look at this, the iPad 2.
But is it really the serious new portable gaming platform we've all been waiting for?
Or is it an overpriced, overhyped, overrated, oversized iPhone only good for Angry Birds in HD?
Over here.
What?
Overhyped and over here.
That doesn't work.
It does that. Overhyped and over here.
First though, what did one priest say to the other priest?
I don't know, something offensive.
No, I like pray too.
That doesn't make sense as a sentence.
I like to pray too.
No, that doesn't either.
No. OK, so these are the first images from Bethesda's sequel to Prey, the futuristic first-person shooter that won over critics and a fair few gamers, but maybe didn't get quite the reach it deserved.
So, Bethesda are promising to change up the formula entirely for the second in the series. The one in-game image looks like Aliens meets Blade Runner, an intriguing and inviting first look, even if we won't get to play the game until deep into 2012.
The other pick is an epic piece of concept art that looks hugely impressive in the way that artists' impressions tend to do. Whether this will be the environment you actually get to run around in is another matter, but expect plenty more previews coming very soon.
It's fair to say the Nintendo 3DS is a pretty hot first day at first sight, breathtaking, but very well dimensioned.
I see where you're going with that analogy, but is she relationship material? You know, after the sugar rush of those first few dates when all you want to do is look at her and touch her and be with...
Oh, Nathaniel, take it.
Oh.
Snap out of it.
Yeah.
Come back to me now.
Should we just look at the games?
Let's look at those games.
First up, Pilot Wings Resort, which the general gaming community seem to have written off as too short. But of course, the general community is wrong.
The game itself is of course nothing new. We all remember flying high on the SNES and N64, so after some lukewarm previews, worried that this was going to be a bit rubbish. Fortunately, it's not. It's great.
Bonus! Yeah, you can pretty much go through all the missions in one afternoon, but if you think that's it, you're missing the point.
Pilot Wings is about perfection, nailing that high score and unlocking even harder missions, which takes time and skill. If you think it's too short, you're not playing it properly.
Yeah, chill out with the whole race to complete it vibe and enjoy the ride. Chase the high scores like back in the arcades.
Back in the arcades? How old are you?
28. Next up, Rayman. Rayman.
Oh, I love Rayman.
Rayman. This is basically the 4,000 millionth time Rayman 2 has been re-released on a new console. It was also a launch title on the original DS.
If you haven't played it, where have you been all of your gaming life?
Yeah, as a 3D platform game, it ranks among the best ever. Up there with Banjo-Kazooie, your favourite, then the first Jak and Dexter, the next two were obviously rubbish, the Sly Raccoon trilogy, and even Mario 64.
To be honest, there's nothing really stopping you picking up an existing cheap version because it's ultimately the same game, but in eye-popping 3D.
Yeah, it is impressively immersive and it does work well, but aside from the visuals, there's nothing hugely innovative about this version.
Still plenty of 3D fun to be had, and if you haven't played Rayman ever, get involved immediately.
Now, on paper, Super Street Fighter 4 looks the most hardcore-friendly game on the launch roster, and it has been nicely thought through for both fanboys and noobs alike.
Hadouken!
The graphics are fantastic. The controls work really well, although purists will be put off by the one-touch special moves. But hey, just turn them off, yeah?
Well, the standard fighting view is available. It's the dynamic camera that really shows what the 3DS can do, and it's amazing how much Capcom have squeezed into this little game.
Impressive.
Wow.
We'll be looking at Ubisoft's offering soon, but more importantly, this sickness thing.
Yeah.
Is the 3DS going to make us ill?
No, only if you're a massive pansy. More importantly, screen protectors. Now, we tried a couple that barely covered the little screen. It's the official hoary ones that we find are the best. They cover the whole darn screen, and you don't have to worry about a thing.
Sorry, the hoary ones?
Hoary ones. It's the official H-O-R-I.
Oh.
Hoary.
Not like your mum, then.
Oh, that was harsh. It's been a while since Steph has had to say this, but she has been practicing, so now she's got the pronunciation down to a T.
Elle est noire.
Très bien. Très bien.
Si,
De rien.
mon ami.
Il n'y a pas de quoi. And we did promise you we'd talk about the new trailer earlier.
Some might say.
We had a goddamn arrangement!
So here it is, and it looks good, doesn't it?
It does, in fact, it looks very good.
Yeah, more like a film trailer than anything else, and it does a good job of highlighting what will hopefully be a very strong narrative throughout.
We get a look-see at protagonist Cole Phelps as he stumbles through the life and crimes of an LAPD officer, not always getting things right.
How is it you can bring no less than 3 suspects into my station and still manage to charge the wrong guy?
Aw, look at his sheepish little face.
Listen, doll, this is 1940s America. There's nothing sheepish about it. This is all gritty rage and presumably repressed childhood memories, giving characters a no-nonsense edge. Sheepish.
Yeah, I don't care who goes to jail. I just want the morphine off the street.
He's right, you know, morphine on the streets, that is dangerous. Somebody could slip.
Slip in the morphine.
Anything could happen.
Within that accurately styled cinematics,
Yeah, there are trilbies and pork pie hats everywhere.
we get a sense of the corruption in this dark imagining of LA.
See it any other way, and you better forget about being a vice cop.
And it's not just what the trailer reveals about the characters or the grimy underbelly of Los Angeles that's impressive. There's some stunning animation going on, and the characters have clearly been modelled lovingly and caringly from the mocapped actors, bringing them to life.
John Noble, him off Lord of the Rings, voices Leyland Monroe, although unlike in Middle-earth, he's wearing a suit.
But Aaron Staton, who plays Cole Phelps, the hard-nosed cop with good intentions, is no stranger to donning a shirt and tie. If you're wondering where you've seen him before, he is a madman.
What, he's insane?
No, he's a Madison Avenue advertising exec in the critically acclaimed drama series Mad Men.
You're insane.
Show-offs to the end, Rockstar and Team Bondi point out that this trailer was made entirely from in-game footage, but that does bode well for a cinematic gaming experience that hopefully combines LA Confidential with Grand Theft Auto.
Get over there and see what you can find out.
LA
Noire.
is out on the 20th of May on PS3 and 360, and we're already cocking our pistols in anticipation.
Steady on. Finally, I went out and about with the iPad 2 yesterday. I'm going to say this, I was in a good mood and the sun was shining. And no, I wasn't paid by Apple, I just like it.
That's fair enough.
This is what happened. So the sunshine is finally out, and so is the iPad 2. From the screens at the launch, I was expecting something that looked a bit more like Justin Bieber, but it is almost as sexy, and it's definitely more portable. Thinner, lighter, and much, much faster than its predecessor, it's opened up all kinds of opportunities to run slicker, more impressive and ambitious software, particularly in music and gaming. The most impressive piece of new software for me is the iPad's version of GarageBand, Apple's user-friendly music-making system.
For the first time ever, the world's most popular music-making application comes to iPad.
The iPad version is of course pared down, but it is still incredibly easy to get started and begin making genuinely impressive original music. You can say what you like about Apple, but they do seem to actively try and encourage creativity, and that's encapsulated in something like GarageBand, where they facilitate original creation. And that's the same with the next bit of software we're going to look at, iMovie. iMovie on the iPad is a super simple video editing system, practical to use on the go. You're not going to make the next avatar on it, but it's a slick and enjoyable way of turning footage shot on the new iPad camera itself or imported video into neat little films with your own soundtracks and effects. Next up, games. Now, gaming was a massive success on the first iPad, perhaps surprisingly huge. And mobile gaming is now the fastest growing bit of the fastest growing entertainment industry. So it's all moving pretty fast. The iPad 2 packs far more processing punch than its predecessor, allowing for more HD, immersive gaming on the go that's coming dangerously close to rivaling home games consoles in terms of quality and tech specs. Nova 2 is a great example of what the iPad 2 can do over traditional gaming consoles. Using its gyroscope and accelerometer functions, you can literally physically move around in the world as you move around in real life. Get thee to a swivel chair and prepare to be impressed. Whee! Elsewhere, Infinity Blade is an HD hack and slash adventure that makes the most of the iPad's touchscreen wizardry. Your finger is the eponymous blade as you swipe your way past impressively detailed enemies in beautifully rendered worlds, all on a big enough screen to properly immerse yourself in the game. Gaming downsides? Well, for some gamers, nothing will ever beat sitting in a dark room with the curtains drawn playing a game with a controller. But as gaming moves on, the iPad is certainly making its presence felt. With its impressive processing power and innovative technical features, Apple have come up with a device that ranks right up there with new gaming-specific gadgets like the Nintendo 3DS and Microsoft's Kinect in terms of creativity, originality, and good old-fashioned fun.
That was an astonishingly positive review.
Yeah, OK, I'm going to sound defensive here. It wasn't a positive review because I think it's a good product. GarageBand and some of the games are really impressive. I don't know how much I will play on it, but it's definitely good for the internet as well. Other stuff, graphics are good. Some of the games are good.
You don't think it's maybe a little bit overpriced?
It's expensive. There are other competitors as well that we will look at in due course and see if it's worthwhile.
And you think Justin Bieber is sexy?
I may have been joking there.
That's it for this week. See you next time for some overseas shenanigans.
Yeah, we're off to happy slap Justin Bieber with an iPad.
More gaming gyroscopes next week. Does it look like two different haircuts? A long one and a short one?
You need to go a little bit away from me.
Oh, it hurts when you say that.
Come in a little bit closer.
Okay.
That's nice.
That's better.
But is she relationship material? After that sugar rush of the first few times you open her up? No, I can't say that, can I? The 3D platform game, it ranks...
What's going on? I think I drifted really close to you again.
I'm magnetic. What can I say? I'm surprised other girls haven't drifted in.
Just stuck to the window.
Don't say cocking.
You put cocking. He's insane.
No, he's a Madison Avenue... Oh, I can't say Madison
Madeline
Avenue.
Avenue. Mad as your dad at you.
Madison Avenue... Did you think that was okay?
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I find that sexist.
He is right, morphine on the streets could be dangerous. Somebody could... Whoop!
Slip on it.
Slip.